Hey everybody, I am the MoeChicken. Welcome to my stream. We are going to be back on Romancing SaGa 3 tonight. I was looking at my stream archive. It has been like 10 months since last I streamed this. So, apologies if I don't remember everything, and no expectation of you, the audience, to remember everything either. I shall try to remind you of what's going on. However, I'm very excited to be back on it because I love this game, and it's a weird game in that it's kind of a long campaign, you know? It's like, I didn't expect to finish it in one stream series, so we're going to be back on it, and hopefully we'll make some progress. So let us go ahead and get into it. Which one is it? Video camera. Also, I'm here again. Hello. Yes, we're going to be playing Romancing SaGa 3. And I want to watch the opening, so let me watch the opening. Run card, here we go. Yeah, I want to watch the opening, because it's cool. Yeah, so if you don't remember anything about Romancing SaGa 3, the opening crawl here will give us some reminders of what the game is about. So let us get started. Death eclipse. Every 300 years, the star of death blocks the sun, and all newborn lives die. None of the people, animals, plants, or even monsters can escape from this fate. So is the moon the star of death? There it is. That's the eclipse. There's the diamond ring effect. Fancy. Now everyone's... Oh, hello. How are you? But one day a baby survived. Escaping death's attraction, this child grew up and became the Devil King and ruled the world. Also, the Devil King opened the Abyss Gate and released the Devil Lords within until one day he suddenly vanished. Okay. After that, the world was ruled by the 4 demon lords. 300 years later, the death eclipse hit the world again. One baby survived. This child grew up and became the Holy King. Supported by many friends, he drove the 4 demon lords back to the abyss, thank you phone, and the abyss gate was closed. I always forget that I should mute my phone because it's going to tell me that I'm streaming every time. After another 300 years, the death eclipse hit the world again, around 10 years ago. The whole world is watching closely for the new child of destiny, feeling both eager and uneasy. Will it be a Devil King or a Holy King? So that is the general setup of the game. The specifics of the game, there are 8 protagonists. And depending on who you choose, you'll have a different sort of start to your mission. But everybody eventually gets on board with this idea that we have to close... There's just about every character, right in that one shot. We have to close the Abyss Gates, or the Devil Lords will come through the gates and destroy the world. So the overarching objective is to find and close the 4 Abyss Gates, and once that's done, defeat... who are you supposed to defeat? They have a boss, but I don't know what I don't know if it's supposed to be the original Devil King or who it's supposed to be. They do have a boss, though. It may actually just be an incarnation of the concept of the death eclipse that you fight. But anyway, what's interesting about this game, and kind of all the SaGa games after Romancing SaGa 1, is how they're structured. They're very non-linear. You're just sort of supposed to, like, go out there, save the day. And along the way, you find missions, you find quests, you find other people that can help you. it's a really cool, like, non-linear game at a time when most RPGs were a lot more straightforward than that. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, our specific character, we chose Katarina. She is a former agent of the Crown of... Ooh, it starts with an E, I think. There's you see that guy? Well, that guy in purple near the bottom. He's like the king, and she is one of his agents. And it was her responsibility to protect the princess Monica, and also to guard the sacred weapon, or the I don't know if it's sacred, but the special weapon, the Masquerade, which is like this mysterious sword that can change form. Well, she was deceived, and the sword was stolen, and so she has been exiled by the king, Mikhail, until she can reclaim the Masquerade. So since then, we've been wandering around looking for it, and we've got a couple of leads. In particular, we found out that the what are they called? The Divine something group. It's like a religious cult, basically. May be involved with the theft. So you see that green tower in the distance. We have come to the Naj Desert to try to find our way to that tower. This is Katarina, by the way. But yeah, I really like how this game is structured. All right, let me check my party. Party? Yeah, here we go. All right, so we got Katarina. She's our main character. She's a former nobility. We've got Nora. She is a blacksmith who is currently looking for the man that killed her father. We have Boston, who is a lobster man. We have Fairy, who is a fairy. We have Wood or Ward. I'll probably like in the re-release of this game, he's named Ward, W-A-R-D. His name in this version is Wood. I'll probably keep swapping back and forth between the two of them. I forget. And then Captain Black. Captain Black's interesting because we have now closed 2 of the 4 Abyss Gates. And in particular, the Water Gate was guarded by a monster named Forneus that was the mortal enemy of one Captain Herman, who was like an old Fairy Punch. What? I gotta remember my moves. I have random arrow, don't I? The fairy has a spear? Why did I give the fairy a spear? How weird. Yeah, Captain Herman swore vengeance against the monster Forneus and absolutely refused to leave our party until we brought him to Forneus. As it turned out, Forneus the monster had actually stolen the youth and vitality of Captain Black some years ago, I think in revenge for plundering the seas. And so Captain Black was like, I must defeat Forneus to reclaim my youth. And we did it. And actually what's exciting to me, this game has a ton of characters available. Ooh, laid down. Very nice. I learned an ability. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the game has a ton of characters, and I have never actually used Captain Black. So it's kind of cool that I actually have him in my party. Also, I really don't remember what my moves do. I think Mystic Water is the HP, or the what do you call it? Antidote spell. I think that's the case. Not really sure. You do forgive me. I'm gonna remember very little of this game. It's been a long time. I'm gonna have to kind of remember where I'm at now. But I am excited. I am excited to play it again. So hopefully you are excited too. Bloodsuck. Also, I don't know why we're in the Tiger Cave formation. So the various formations, like as you play the game, you can learn various formations. Ooh, Matador. Very nice. You can learn various formations, and they always have like some sort of benefit to them. I don't remember what this one does per se. Yeah, okay, that was the cure spell. I'll have to check that, but Anyway, we're gonna play it. Why don't you air slash? So air slash, despite what you might think, is not a wind attack. So one of the unusual things about this game is the way that the elements work. If you're familiar with like Chinese or Japanese mythology, the four sacred beasts that represent the four cardinal directions. So there's Suzaku, Genbu, Seiryu, and Byakko. I think Genbu is north, Seiryu or Seiryu is I think east, Byakko is west, and I think Suzaku is south. And they are a white tiger, that's Byakko, a water dragon, that's Seiryu, an earth tortoise, that's Genbu, and a firebird, that's Suzaku. Well, the magic spells in this game are based on the four sacred animals. And, oh yeah, let me check. Did I learn that? I wasn't really paying attention, hang on. I gotta learn Matador now, which is unfortunate. Focus is very useful. Parry is not that useful. Gushing Wind is good. Hollow Sword is good. So, I'm going to be explaining a ton of things. I'm sorry. The way that the skills work in this game is that, like, skills and just health and, like, all your stats in general. After battle, it's kind of like FF2. So we just played FF2. It's kind of like that. Depending on the actions you take during battle, you will get stat boosts. So if you use a lot of is this in the way? In the way. I have a tendency for my mic to be like right in my face. I've been described as a mic eater. It's right in my face. As you, I'll just keep doing this while I'm talking. Depending on what you do, you might get different stat boosts after a fight. So, for example, that one, I guess. If you use a lot of magic, you might learn. You might get like a magic boost or an MP boost, or your actual spells might get stronger, stuff like that. In addition, if you use this basic physical attack, there is a chance that you will learn a special move. Once you initially learn it, it becomes red like this. And if you continue to use it, you eventually master it. And once you've mastered it, you can kind of like store it. And then anyone can use it. So any of these black ones are ones I can put away. But you can't learn anything new unless you have a... I want to get rid of... Flying Water Cut is good, but... You can't learn anything new unless you've got space. So I gotta make sure everyone's got at least some space in their inventory. And then how's our magic doing? Magic 26 and 27 is not bad. Her magic is surprisingly good. Wow, okay. His magic is really good. Her magic's kind of terrible, considering. I would have expected a fairy to have better magic. But I think we just got her. I think I got her relatively recently. His isn't great. His is... Man, Katarina, get off your butt, lady. You gotta do better than that. Alright, so let's see. What's our formation? What does Tiger Cave do for me? Doesn't it tell you? I thought it told you. Oh, improve. Oh, just generally improves defense. Let's see. So, Desert Lance, person in the front is stronger. Yeah. Okay. Trianchor, ideal for combined attack. Okay, let me explain another mechanic. So, you can see how Nora's just hanging out in the back here. If I were to do this, if I were to put my protagonist character in the back, we'd then enter commander mode. What this means is I don't actually have direct control over my characters now. I can give them general commands, but I can't tell them exactly what to do. However, there are additional benefits. They can do what they call combined attacks, which is where they can use skills together. So you see Trianchor is the strategy. Zodiac Fall and Light Wall. Those are special abilities that they can use in this formation that I couldn't use normally. I personally don't like commander mode very much because I like being able to control my characters. Another nice thing is that they regenerate HP every round. So there's like a lot of reasons to like it, but I personally don't. So good for continuous attack. Power raised. Middle member's magic is up. Okay, Genbu. Whole party defense up sounds pretty good. Whole party moves faster. Speculation front row attack up. What does this look like? Oh, I don't want that. No. Whirlwind's pretty good. I like the idea of everyone moving faster. Okay, so let's put the fairy down here. Yeah. All right. Now let's actually play the game. I'm sorry there's so much explanation. I feel like this game is very... Oh, hey, how y'all doing? Bunch of scary monsters up in here. I feel like this game is very unusual, and so it kind of needs a lot of explanation, but it is a really cool game, and I am very excited to be playing it again. So, also, it just looks really cool. Like, it's a very late era Super Nintendo game, and so there's a lot of that. They really knew what they were doing in terms of graphics by this point. So, especially, I mean, SquareSoft back then, they were just phenomenal at their art. Ooh, did I do it? Yeah, Matador! That's awesome. So, hey, didn't I just say I was done explaining things? I'm gonna explain more things. Matador is one of the counter moves. Counter moves are kind of a little bit of a nuisance because you only really get experience for them if someone directly attacks that specific character. Which makes sense. I mean, you know, it's a counterattack. You wouldn't expect it to work against, you know, if it attacks someone else, but they can be so frustrating to learn because, oh, nice! So you learn the special evasion. I'm getting all kinds of cool things. They only activate if that specific character's attacked. So I guess I'll explain more things. What just happened there with the special evasion? Your characters can learn can gain the ability to evade any special... Oh, spiral charge. Dude, way to go, Fairy. Awesome. Good job, Fairy. I kind of wish she had a name other than just Fairy. Yeah, so your characters can actually learn special evasion for any unique enemy attack. So what Katarina just learned, she learned the ability to potentially perfectly dodge roll-up strike. So if an enemy uses roll-up strike against her again, and she dodges it enough, eventually she will gain perfect defense against roll-up. So like these are the ones I already have. If I equip this to anyone, they cannot be hit by that particular move. It's a perfect ability to get away from it. The problem being that you have to find an enemy that will use that ability on you enough times and target that specific character enough times that you will actually, you know, learn it. So it can be very difficult to learn the special defenses. I usually don't bother, but I figured why not. Look at that weird purple ape in the desert. What are you doing here, dude? He's like just monkeying around. Is that how apes laugh? They're like, it's an elder baboon. He's like, I find that offensive. That's racist. It's speciesist, sir. They're different species than me. Get your prejudice right. Ah! He puked on me. Is that monster just called Beetlejuice? Hey, toots! I have never seen Beetlejuice. I heard it's a great movie. A funny movie, at least. There's no reason why I haven't seen it. I've just never got... Oh, no. Everyone's asleep. That's a problem. Well, life water or squall. Yeah, I've never seen... I used to watch the cartoon all the time. I loved the cartoon when I was a kid. Although I have heard it described as Pun the Show. Accurate. Basically all it was, just a bunch of puns. But I loved it. I loved the Neither world. I thought it was such a cool environment. So that's actually another example of something that's a little strange about this game. This game has very odd magic spells. Because of that thing I mentioned earlier about, about how the various, I can't can't get back there. All right, let's random arrow. Because of what I mentioned earlier about the various spells being associated with the sacred beasts rather than traditional elements, you get situations where, like, for example, the Suzaku abilities ostensibly are fire because it's a firebird, but you also have some stuff in there like well, it's called Bard Song. I think it's actually supposed to be Bird Song, which is a spell that does an extremely minor amount of damage to your whole party with the intent of waking everybody up. So if your party is asleep, you can use Bard Song, Bird Song, on them, and they will wake up. But if you don't know that the fire magic is associated with Suzaku, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, what's the connection between this obvious? It sounds like cock-a-doodle-doo when you use it. It's like, and you're like, well, why did that happen? Why did that happen? What was the point of that? It's definitely interesting once you find that out. But what's also strange about it is that a lot of the spells, like, because of the way the spells are laid out, it doesn't fall into the traditional roles that you usually see in elemental magic systems. So, for example, well, let me just show you. Okay, so let me look at a magic. So wind art attack, basic physical attack. Every time you learn, like, when you decide what type of magic someone will get, they will always get one spell for free, which is usually a weak magic attack for 1 MP. That's this one. Nap, wind magic, allows you to go to sleep. All right. Wait. This is wind. Is Seiryuu wind? I guess Seiryuu is supposed to be wind. I thought Seiryuu was water. Who's water then? Hang on. Who has water magic? You have water magic. That's Genbu. Okay, water's Genbu. All right, I got them all wrong. Suzaku's fire. You can kind of tell that it looks sort of like a bird. That's obviously sort of like a turtle. Oh, and then there's also moon and sun magic. So he's got moon magic. You've also got wind magic. Why did I get both two characters with wind magic? Okay, Byakko is earth. Okay, well, shows what I know. Anyway, so yeah, the wind magic also has sleep, a little strange, and has thorns, like summon vines. It's weird. And then, like, the Byakko has, like, throw a rock at them. Gain the power of beasts. It shows like a tiger's head. Makes sense if you know it's supposed to be Byakko. Stone skin. Stone skin's a little strange because the way it works, you cast it on yourself and it raises your defense, but it also starts a timer that will eventually petrify you. So it's a weird kind of like gamble. It's like, can I finish this battle fast enough to get myself de-petrified or prevent myself from being petrified? Standard healing, and then a crack in the earth. And then he's got like attack with rain, healing. This one's kind of strange. This one will actually recover your HP as long as the field effect is water, and then this is cures status ailments. Slash with air sword increases your speed, again like a bird. Feather seal, like why would you associate feathers with fire if you didn't know it was supposed to be Suzaku? And then I think this is supposed to be bird song, but anyway, it's cool. It's a really neat magic system. This game's got all kinds of cool stuff, but I'm sorry, I'm doing terribly at this. I haven't played it in a while. I'm sorry. All right, she's got to learn Parry, Bolt, Pierce, and Matador. I want to learn the ones that are still red. So she actually doesn't have anything new to learn at all. So I need to have her just use basic at physical attacks. Counter net. He really doesn't have anything to learn either. Counter net. Counter random arrow. Spiral charge. This is good on frogs. Yeah, again, it's a special move that specifically targets frogs. Like, what other game do you have where there's like frog elemental enemies that you have a special attack for? This game's awesome. It's just very unique. It's very unusual. Temporarily get rid of windmill. Get rid of windmill. You need to learn chop down, okay. And you don't have any you need to learn, okay. Okay, so there's the tower in the distance. So I want to get to the tower. Because the tower is where the, I wish I could remember what their name is. The cult. They're associated with that tower, but I can't remember what it's called. Hey, spider. Hey. More Beetlejuice. Another interesting thing about this game is, where's Chop Down? Chop Down? I thought I was learning a where is it? Wasn't he supposed to learn something called Chop Down? Where is it? I don't see it. Okay. Never mind then, Ward. I guess just attack. I guess. Hollow sword. Bolt pierce. Interesting thing about my lobster man friend down there. He can be equipped with weapons, but if you equip him with anything, it actually reduces his attack power. It's like the monks from Final Fantasy 1. They're actually stronger without any sort of weapon because he uses his pinchers. He's got pinchers, just like that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, interesting thing about this game is that the enemies level with you. It's like Final Fantasy 8. So as you play through the game, you're constantly being confronted with dangerous fights. It's also one of those games where your HP is restored at the end of battle. So that's why I haven't been too careful with my HP. I've just kind of been going ham, so to speak. That beetle back there is just called Desert Trap. Dun dun dun, it's Desert Trap. Nice block. Ryoko Ryoko, I think, is a katana, if I remember correctly. This game has a variety of different weapon types, too. Excuse me, sorry. Stomach is not doing too well with my dinner, apparently. It's got, like, swords, heavy swords, rapiers, katanas, spears, axes, clubs, fists, bows. I'm forgetting something. A scary snake woman? I mean, normally I'm on board for snake ladies, but that one's a little something. She looks like she's wearing a mask, doesn't she? Like, it looks like she's wearing like a green, like the mask from the movie The Mask, kind of. A little spooky. Yeah, pea snake. What do you think it stands for? It's a persimmon snake. Deadly persimmon snake. It's only available in the winter. When is winter persimmons available? Remember? Don't do that. Don't do that. Attack Katarina. Attack Katarina. She's the one that's ready for a counter. Goldang. Do it. No. Also, the battle music's really good, so that's cool too. I like the battle music a lot in this game. It's sort of funny how, like, Medusa back there looks absolutely gigantic because of the perspective in the background. Like, it looks like we're fighting, like, a mountain-sized snake woman. But no, she's normal size. She's just kind of, it's a perspective thing. She has incredible ab strength, and she's actually holding herself up with just her hands on that sand dune. She's like, oh, look at me, I'm planking. Do y'all remember planking? Oh, so strong. That's what's going on there. In case you didn't know. That's what we got. Don't do that. Don't spit at me. In an effort to maybe not have to stop to go get a drink multiple times during the stream, like I did the last stream. I actually have my large thermos of water this time. Ooh, fancy. Aren't you excited? That was essential for you to know. I'm sorry, you needed to know about my thermos of water. I also think it's funny that like the animation for Boston attacking enemies is for him to like walk up and kick them, even though his weapon type is trimmers. It's supposed to be his claws, but yeah, he just kicks them. He's like, the claws are just a distraction. It's like scorpions. Claws are just a distraction. I forgot to freaking check the. Let me kill Dobby down here. I forgot to check the skill that Ward is supposed to be learning. That monster back there is just called Berserker. All right, sure. It's cool looking, but I kind of can't really figure out what I'm looking at though. It's like I think I can kind of see a head near the middle. I see the obvious wings, but I guess it also has like little drones that are hanging out with it. I don't know. It's weird. Oh no! Ah, fudge. Okay, so I'll explain that too. Did you see how there was like a little red number that popped up when Katarina went down? So your HP is always restored at the end of a fight. However, you have a finite number of times that you can go down before you are dead. Just gone, dead, completely dead. And it's known as LP. Different characters have different amounts of LP. Like one of the things that made Captain Herman, back before Black got his mojo back, I guess, when he was still old, one of the things that made him such a liability is that he only had like 5 LP, and he had extremely low he was like a 70-year-old man at that time. So like anytime, like I had to be really careful with him and make sure that he never got in danger, because if he did and he died, he'd be gone. He'd be dead. I don't think you can get them back. I can't remember if that's the case completely or not, or maybe they go back to wherever you would normally recruit them, but it is a bit of an issue. So you get what? Oh, what happened? What game? What ho? Restart? Well, that's unfortunate. Ah! Ooh! Ooh, that's not good. Oh! Okay, hang on. What happened? Oh. What? What happened, Romancing SaGa? You were working just fine. Oh dear. Oh, I really hope it didn't corrupt my save data. Oh, I really hope it didn't corrupt my save data. Don't do that to me. Oh, don't do that to me. This might be the end of the Romancing SaGa series. I don't want that to happen, though. Don't do that. No. Run cartridge. No. All right. I got Q-tips and alcohol. Give me a sec. Ah, no. Curses. Curses. Yeah, you know, I love cartridge memory. I love cartridge games. But, you know, they are old. You know, they get old over time. So, we'll see. Get this thing cleaned up and hopefully it works fine. Actually, I saw something I had never seen before on an SNES game the other day. I was playing my copy of, I think I was talking about this, Front Mission Gun Hazard for the SNES, which is a pretty cool game. I'm still really enjoying it. Very fun game. It's It's kind of like a platformer shooter kind of game, kind of like a Metal Warriors or Cybernator. The game, not the person. Or the movie, apparently. This is pretty clean. What happened? Oh man, I really hope it didn't corrupt my save data. That's gonna suck. But yeah, I was playing the other day, and I put the game in, and on the save data screen, like I especially with older games like this, you know, I tend to have multiple backup saves just because it's safer. One of them actually said data is corrupted. Like the game was self-aware enough to realize that the data was corrupted instead of just deleting it like they normally would. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Fortunately, it didn't erase it. Like not all of my saves got corrupted, so I was able to like recover, but oh, okay, good. Whew. The day is saved. We're okay. But yeah, I was just so surprised, like, oh, the data is corrupted. That's new. Oh, doggone, I learned some abilities, and now I don't have them anymore. Nuts. Oh, well. It's fine. Let's see. I have no idea what happened. I guess I should maybe save more often. Ooh. Put the boys up front. They're gonna be big and manly. Fight for us. Fight for us beautiful girls. A fairy and pink-haired girl. This game is so cool. I'm excited to be playing it. I wish that Romancing SaGa 1 and 2... Well, Romancing SaGa 1 is okay. It's just unfinished. Is really what it comes down to. Romancing SaGa 1 is just not... Well, now wait a minute. It's gone again. I'm trying to get to that... I gotta figure out how to get to the tower. Where's the tower? There's the tower. Okay, I want to get to the tower. I think you can figure out how to get there by just wandering around in the desert. Yeah, Romancing SaGa 1 is fine, it's just unfinished. And then Romancing SaGa 2 is like, I think I've mentioned it before, it's got a permadeath mode. I'm not really into that. I don't like permadeath that much. Crap. It's gone again. Alright, I'm just gonna wander around in the desert. That's usually a safe thing to do, right? I'm just gonna wander through the desert. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to play the SNES Romancing SaGa 2, but from what well, first of all, it was never, like, RS 1, 2, and 3 were never released were never released on the Super Nintendo in America, officially. This is a reproduction card. And RS 1 and 2 have been translated. And then RS 3, RS 1 and 3 have been translated. RS 2, they started it, and then Square Enix announced that they were going to re-release it, and they're like, oh, okay, well, we'll just stop. Despite the fact that, like, RS 2 for the, like, the modern version of it is ugly and I hate it. I kind of wish we could get the SNES one because I think it looked better. Like they do that thing that I hate when I see it in games. Oh no, fairy! Oh jeez. That apparently that did critical damage to her because you see how did you see how the screen flashed? That means that someone took like a critical hit. So that actually like did critical damage to her for some reason. I wonder why. What was I saying? Yeah, they did that thing where like they combine modern resolution graphics with pixelated graphics, which I know some people are okay with. I would prefer if it all be one or the other though. Like they did it in the re-release of Legend of Mana 2. They dramatically improved the resolution of the backgrounds, but they kept all the sprites the same as in the PS1 original. And it just kind of looks bad, I think. Like, I really don't think it's a good look. They also, I want to say they did the thing where, like, if you've ever played Pokemon, I think it was, oh, she got Spiral Charge again. Awesome. That was the skill that she learned before. Glad you learned it again. If you've ever played Pokemon, I think Black and White, I think is where they did this. They did this thing where they broke up the Pokemon into sections. So like they broke up the arms, the head, the legs. So imagine a squirrel. It's got the body, it's got the head, it's got the arms, and it's got the legs. They broke the sprite into those, and then they kind of just like rotated. They animated it by sort of rotating the... Oh, she learned it already. Awesome. Way to go, Fairy. They animated it by sort of like rotating the various individual sprites, and it just kind of looks... It looks cheap, in my opinion. It feels like someone trying to increase power. I'll get rid of it though. It feels like someone... Yeah, chop down. What is this? Does he not have one of those equipped? Hang on. What's your equipment like? Oh, you don't have a heavy sword right now. That's weird. That explains that though. He's normally like a major heavy sword user. I'm surprised I don't have him with one. What was I saying? Getting so distracted. Yeah, it just sort of like... Another game that did it was Undertale. There's some characters in Undertale, especially the bosses, that they would just kind of like rotate elements of them. And it just kind of... It makes the whole thing look very obviously pixelated, but not in a good way. I don't know. I'm kind of a purist about sprites. I would like for people like... I know it's not easy to make a game using sprites. It takes a lot of work. I'm currently working on a sprite... I've talked about this before. I'm working on a sprite set for Samus from Super Metroid. So I get it. Yeah. It's a lot of work. It's a whole heck of a lot of work. But, you know, if you want to make a game that way, commit to it. You know, don't take shortcuts like that. So, anyway, for the re-release of Romancing SaGa 1, 2, and... the re-release of Romancing SaGas 2 and 3, they did that sort of thing where they kind of like rotated stuff, and I just think it looks crappy, and you can't turn it off. You know, I'm fine with it if you can turn it off, but if you can't turn it off, it's annoying. You know, you're sort of like, and that's the only official way to play the game now, so kind of irritating. Whatever. Minor problem, I know. It's more important that people can play these amazing games, but I do still wish that, you know, I wish you could just turn it off. Just be like, no, I just want to play, I don't want my sprites to move. I actually was turned off of Pokemon Black and White for the same reason. I was like, I wish they would just be static. Can't we just have, like, the Pokemon just stand there? I was fine with that. I played Pokemon Blue. That's normal to me. Unrelated. Well, semi-related because I just said Pokemon. Still playing Pokemon Scarlet. Still enjoying it. You know, it's funny. I was, you know, like so many other people, where I was immediately turned off by the graphical issues at first, but I've kind of gotten used to them now. I barely notice it anymore. I don't know if they've patched it or something or what, but it really doesn't feel like I'm noticing the mini issues at first anymore. And I'm enjoying myself. I have finished one of the 3 main missions. I finished the food mission, I guess is the best way to describe it without giving anything away. I think I've done 5 gyms, I believe, and 3 of the Team Star hideouts. And it's fun, you know. I mean, it's still fun to just walk around and find Pokemon. But I will say that, like, I'm having the same kind of negative reaction to open world that I eventually had in Breath of the Wild. Namely that, like, over time, like, at the beginning you're like, oh, it's so amazing, there's like stuff everywhere and there's so much to find and like everything is so dense. I'm not sure if that's necessarily the case with Pokemon, but at least in Breath of the Wild that's how it was, where you're sort of just like, oh my gosh, everything is so cool, there's so much to see, I'm really loving it. And then by the end, you're just like, okay, I got to get to the next Sheikah Tower so I can open up the map. You know, it's like I'll just teleport to the next temple and it's fine. You know, you just kind of like, you're like, okay, yeah, give me the next thing, give me the next thing. Like eventually, open world becomes almost a burden, I think, and that's kind of where I'm getting to with Pokemon. Like I've got one of the things that the game grants you as you move along is the ability to like your you get mobility options. I won't explain how, but basically you get like abilities that allow you to like climb mountains or jump higher and stuff like that. And especially with the climbing mountains one, it's like there are no pathways anymore, which I know to some people that's like, oh, that's the wonder of open world. You can go anywhere. You see that mountain, you can climb it. And it's like, yeah, but also that means that there's no direction. You know, it's just sort of like you can just go wherever and there might be something there, or you can just, you know, wander around aimlessly. That's sort of how I feel right now. It's like I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just kind of wandering around. Like I get that I could go to fight a gym or whatever, but I don't know. I guess that's all the game. Well, I mean, I guess you could say that that's all Pokemon's ever been, is just going to fight gyms. But you know, going to fight gyms, capturing Pokemon, that's pretty much what the games are about. But I don't know. I miss when that, like, another thing is like trying to figure out where a Pokemon is. Like, okay, so if you never played the game, the way it's laid out, you have a mini map, and on your mini map there are like little, do you have, yeah, focus. On the mini map there are, it kind of tells you, it like shows little icons of various Pokemon that might be around you, and that's kind of how they deal with the old way they had routes, where like, you know, certain routes would have certain Pokemon available. It's less distinct though. Like there have been times where I'm like, oh, that's a Pokemon I don't have, I want to catch that one, and then I just wander around and I don't see it anywhere, you know, because like there's no, you don't know about like tall grass or anything like that. All that's gone. It's just, they're just kind of out there, so I just kind of like wander around in circles, and hopefully eventually I'll see the one I'm looking for. I don't know. Little quibbles, I know, but you know, that's what criticism is. You know, criticism doesn't necessarily mean that like you hate the whole thing. It means that there are things that you'd like to see improved. That's it. In fact, that's one of the major problems I have with criticism, is that I tend to take it too personally. You know, like, oh, well, if you criticize me, then you hate my product. I hate everything about it. I'm very immature about criticism. But there are definitely things I like about it. I like a lot of the Pokemon. You know, again, like, the Pokemon game that I am still most familiar with is Blue. And so, all of these Pokemon are new to me, you know, pretty much. Like, I know the original 150. Oh, nice. Provoke Shot? Oh, we gotta learn what that does. Okay, I was thinking maybe it drew aggro, but he attacked Cat in Black, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, I could probably tell you all 150 original Pokemon, and even like maybe where they're from, like where you would find them on the map. That's how familiar I am with the first game. But beyond that, nothing. I got no idea about these new ones. And I keep thinking I'm gonna see the end of my Pokedex. Like I'm like, surely I'm getting close to having seen all the species, or at least knowing how many are in the Pokedex for Paldea, but nope. It just keeps on going. Keep fighting new Pokemon, and it just keeps getting longer and longer. I got no idea. I do love my starter though. Like I got the water starter, and I have really enjoyed watching how the water starter evolves. Like the various evolutions for the water starter were a surprise, admittedly. I wasn't expecting that, but I really like it. I like the water starter a lot. So fancy. What does this do? Wonder Attack Enemy loses composure. I wonder what this attack does. It's not very clear. Alright, let's temporarily get rid of Quick Arrow. Oh, she knows how to both use random arrow and dodge random arrow. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I got some good pokes. I like my Pokemans. Although I will admit my my boxes in my the Pokemon boxes, like the storage system, it's almost full. Do they have fewer boxes than they used to? It feels like I don't feel like I ever actually filled up my Pokemon boxes in a Pokemon game, but I kind of feel like I'm almost out of spots. I'm a little surprised. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I need more spots. I need more room for the. Oh, sorry. I need more room for the Pokemans. Take that. I like how Boston does like a Power Ranger pose when he goes to cast magic. I got some I got some Lifesavers gummies. Yeah, these are good things. Very tasty. Very tasty. I gotta be the worst streamer. I'm always eating on stream. I don't know. Does it bother you? Maybe that's the reason nobody watches. I don't know. Hope not. Provoke shot. Keep doing it. Make them lose their composure. Whatever that means. My composure. Again, though, kind of what I was talking about with FF2. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Like, I want to know, but I want it to be told me by the game. Like, I don't want to look it up. I don't want to learn how to do such and such because someone, you know, decompiled the game and figured it out. Like, I want the game to tell me how these things work, because that's how it should be. I don't know. That's selfish. That's selfish as a gamer to be like, no, I want the game to do it. I want you to tell me, Gabe. I just feel like that's how it should be made. But again, this is a translation. You know, this is a translation that, you know, fans did. They did a wonderful job. It's a good translation. Except for the small village, which is just the stupidest thing in the game. Fang Charm. Okay. I don't know. Curious. I don't want to read the modern translation, which is probably full of pretentious nonsense. I know I've said it multiple times. I hate the way that Square Enix translates things nowadays. Just put it in plain English, you guys. You don't need to make up your own lexicon for your stupid RPGs. Just put it in English. It used to be in English. Just write plain English, please. Don't put a K on the end of magic. Rage! Whatever. Moonshine do? I don't remember what this does. Whatever. Hollow sword. Genghis Khan! Why is that move called Genghis Khan? I don't know. It seems very strange. Air slash. Wind dart. Air slash. One thing that is a little unfortunate about this game is that you have a maximum party amount of 6 people. So that's 5 active party members and 1 rearguard party member. And the reason they made it that way is so that oh, he's weak to fire? Alright. Yeah. That was weird. Kind of made a noise, really. The reason they did that is so that if you want to use commander mode, you can still have a full party. Makes sense. Thing is, though, that if you don't want to use commander mode, that means you've always got one character who's not leveling up with everyone else, which is a bit of a bummer. You know, it's like I want my characters to kind of level up evenly, but you really can't do that in this game. You don't have focus? Oh, you don't have focus equipped. Okay, that's a problem. Pro hook shot. If you're interested in playing this game, I would say try to get someone to learn the skill focus shot. Oh no. Or learn the skill focus as soon as you can. Because focus is a self-healing move. So like you use it and your player just kind of like restores some of their health. It is so very beneficial. It's an absolutely beneficial move. Learn focus. Because like once one person learns it, everyone can learn it. And once everyone can learn it, they can all heal themselves. Because one of the major issues with this game, especially early on, is figuring out how to keep your characters alive during battle. Because money is scarce early on if you don't know how to get it. Namely, if you don't know that you should fight humanoid monsters. They're the ones that drop money. Makes a lot of sense. And like, MP is also scarce early on. So it can be very tricky to keep your characters alive. But if you learn focus, you can kind of like heal yourself during battle, and it works. So, a little tip from old Mo. Trying to keep yourself alive in this dangerous game. This guy's still alive. It's very tough. Oh no! Wood! I'm getting worried, y'all. Genghis Khan! Gushing wind. There we go. I think this was the first game. It was either this, or I should save, since I don't know what caused the game to freeze up last time. I should save. It was either this or Wild Arms 5. Oh, look at all the snake ladies. We got one the mask snake lady and like three snake girls. Hello, snake girls. Dimension cut. Yeah, those were like the first games that I played that had the thing where like your HP just automatically restores at the end of a fight. It's still weird to me though, like to play a game where you like, you know, you just kind of get better at the end of a fight for some reason. Oh no, that was the lullaby. She's like, listen to my beautiful song. It's really funny. Quit blowing cold air out of your hip, I guess. Ooh, that's a bad move. I don't like that you did that, lady. Did you see what happened there? It restored her health by taking away one of my LP. So it didn't actually affect Katarina's HP. It just took away one LP and restored the monster's health by the same amount of her max HP. As a dangerous move. Not happy about that one. Whine around. Boston, focus. Use your strength. Focus? Where is it? Focus? Focus. There we go. Ah, you twined around me. Curse you. And now I think that's paralyzed? There are like multiple little stars orbiting around your head. The effects. I think that's the one for paralyzed. I think. There's like paralysis, confusion, and mute. I think are all the same like effect, just different colors. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, are y'all enjoying the stream of me wandering in the desert? It's like all I've done this entire stream. Just wander around the Naj Desert. Somewhere in here is my target, though. I'll try to avoid fights for a little bit to kind of figure out where I'm supposed to be going. Another kind of unusual thing about this game is that, like, if you're running like this and you bump into an enemy, the game starts you out of formation. So there's like a default formation. I think it's just called freeform or freestyle. Yeah, free fight. It just kind of like puts you in that formation and like shuffles your party alignment. And the idea is that like you're running so you weren't like being careful and the enemy like snuck up on you. In addition, when you're in a dungeon, running will remove the enemies from your sight. So like when you're running, all you can see are their shadows. You can't see the monsters themselves, and so it's very easy to like lose track of enemies when you're running. It's like a little thing, but it's kind of a cool balance between, you know, impatience, the standard gamer impatience that I am currently displaying, and like a penalty. It's a penalty for being impatient. I am just running through the desert. I actually think I'm going the wrong way, if I'm being honest. I think you're supposed to go west, and I'm heading east. But if I keep going this way, I should reach the river canyon, which is also still a new area, so that would still be cool to find. Lost in the desert. Larg. This is what Terra and Locke had to go through when they were getting to Figaro the first time. Running through the desert. There's so many Baidus and snacks. Baidus and snacks everywhere. Look at them all. No, not yet. How many times do I have to go before I get to the place I'm trying to get to? I don't think there's anything special you have to do to make it appear. I think you just keep going in a certain direction. It's like if y'all watch the previous episodes of this, you'll know about the jungle, which is actually a maze. So you have to like learn the way through it. This place, no, it doesn't seem like it. It's just a big desert. Well, carp, does anyone know how to get through the desert? I need a Sherpa. Oh my goodness. This is getting ridiculous now. No, I want to fight you. I hope it's not like a mechanic where you have to fight like so many snakes or something. I don't think it is. Is that top tier content on you on the Twitches and the YouTubes? Watching pink-haired woman run through the desert. Very exciting. I'm not even getting into fights, so it really is me just continuously scrolling through this same screen. Can I go south? No, I can't even go south. Leave me alone, snacks. No? Oh boy. Alright, I will transition 3 more times, and if that doesn't succeed, I will go to the world map, because I believe I can get to the world map from anywhere. because I don't think this is considered a dungeon. I don't know what you would call this, but I don't think it's called a dungeon. Doggone it. There you go. See, we're out of alignment. Which means that any sort of benefits we would get from our arrangement, our party formation, are gone. Free fight doesn't carry any sort of benefits, so. As you might expect, since it is kind of a penalty. Blood suck. I do think it's sort of funny that the fairy is using a fairy bow. So when I go to attack with the fairy, it just says fairy. So the fairy uses the fairy on the enemies. Fairy powers activate. Form of adorable. Yes. Nice. Alright, keep going. What if I exit from like up here? Huh? Alright, last one. If this doesn't work, I'll go try and find something else to do, because this is ridiculous. I thought you were just supposed to go in a direction. Boo. Alright, no. Can't you bring me the world map? I could just go to the world map whenever. Guess not. Well... Now what? Now what, smart guy? Maybe it's just reset. I don't know. No, I saved while I was in the desert. Ah, we're trapped in the Dodge Desert. No. Oh, all I remembered was that you're just supposed to go in a direction. I didn't remember you could get lost. Boo. Or it is only left or right, so it's not like it's a very complicated maze. But how many screens are required? No, snake. No, snake. I don't want to. I'm trying to accomplish something here. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Well, there's the tower. Am I getting closer to the tower? Okay. It looked very close there. All right, let's keep going left. I mean, learn anything. I may actually have to be told about the Canyon River from someone at the tower. I don't know. I'll try that first. It's getting bigger. Oh yeah, here we go. People, yay! Hello, hello. Oh, there you go. East of the desert is the dry river. You can't return once you go down. Hello. Are you I guess it's a woman? Can't really tell. Sort of looks like Sila's. Join the church. Be our comrade. I want to. I'm here to try and get something back to them. The people of the Divine Church. The people of the Divine Church are just normal people. I do business with them. Okay.
The Tomb of Kings in the desert is full of treasures.
Cool. All right. I need to enter. Hello, sir. Only church members can enter. Okay. I need to enter. Hey, let me in. Let me in. Hey, let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Do I need... Let's see, let's try something. Nope, not that. Not that. Back. Can I change my formation? Nope, not that. One of the other things about Captain Black, which is interesting, especially with Katarina's story, is that he has a tie to the Divine Church. All right, so I can now go to the Divine Tower. That's great. Let's see. I want to go to... Is it Pedona? Stanley Farce. Mules, Loan. Oh, Loan, I think, is where the where Katarina's from. Oh, this place. It's pretty cool. Libroff. No. Is it Pedona? It may be Pedona. Pedona's kind of like the original hub area. Actually, let's go ahead and stay at the inn real quick. Cool thing about this game, inns are very inexpensive. You basically just pay for the number of people in your party. It's very convenient. Black and Wood can't get to sleep. Everyone else took the beds. I can sympathize. All right. I think the church is here. No, don't touch me. Leave me alone. No. Okay. Maximus, I think, is the church leader. Hello. Okay. So now that Captain Black is his normal person again, or we can have different conversation here. There's Maximus. Nope. Nuts. All right. I may not have enough HP. A lot of the events in this game are tied to whatever your current, like your protagonist's max HP is, and I may not have the appropriate amount of HP yet. That's more. Thought you could change your front party member though, but I guess not. I don't want to devote myself to Maximus. I want to confront him because he stole a sword from me. I guess I can't do this yet. Hey. Yeah. Lame. Another oddity about this game is that if you push X when you're in a town, it will it does kind of like the warp spell from Final Fantasy 2, where it just like brings you back to the last place you left. Well, poo-poo. I know I want to go there, but apparently I can't. So I guess let's go see if we can find the dry desert now, or the dry river, because that's gonna be our next major destination. There's the tower. So they said head to the east. So now that we've been told about it, presumably we can find it. I hope. Otherwise, once again, just gonna be wandering through the desert. Oh wait, hang on. No. Okay. I couldn't remember if the game defaulted you back to freeform or to free fight once you were caught out of formation once. Fortunately, it doesn't do that. That would be a stupid feature. Glad that's not the case. Run! 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 Must find the dry river. I don't really know why it's called dry river, because it's actually, yeah, it's clearly a river. Yeah, I guess we needed to learn it before we could actually move forward. All right, so I seem to recall this flower is very dangerous. I'm gonna save before we fight the flower. Hey, flower. Yeah. It's a Sundine. Sundina? Great wheel. Oh, that's not the move I thought it was. Never mind. May still be useful, though. Can you imagine a fairy using that attack you just saw? Holy moly, I blocked that spell, or that skill, and it still did that much damage. Yeah, I remember these flowers being very dangerous. Ugh. Like, I'm fairly certain the idea is that they're here to prevent you from moving forward until you're actually strong enough to do so. Does anyone have any other healing things? No, not really. Great wheel! Nice! Way to go, fairy! Body drop! Drop the body! Drop the body! Body drop! Hollow sword. There we go. Cool. We are strong enough, except for our lobster friend. Our lobster friend is dead. So that's unfortunate. Yeah. Now I can get into the river and move forward. Oh, mermaids! Mermaids in this apparently dry river. Still don't really know why they call it the dry river when it's clearly not dry. Bolt Pierce! Spiral Charge! Nice! Whoa! Whoa, that was awesome! That was awesome! Dude, Boston, that was so cool! He's like, come at me. Amazing Lobster Man. Dude. Destroy the Nixer, whatever that means. What is a Nixer? Apparently it's a mermaid. The desert mermaid. Dreaded desert mermaid. She just kind of like stretch out her back, you know? She's like trying to like, she's got a crick in her back. She's like, I gotta work this out. What's happening? I think I'm gonna go down. Yeah, because they said once you go down, you can't come back up. So you walk through this muddy river for a little while. Oh, hammerhead sharks, eh? I see how it is. I don't know where I'm going with that. I see how it is, hammerhead sharks. Should have known better. And what do y'all think about water? I know that you're water creatures, but do you like water, or as a like desert creature, do you dislike water? I don't really know. We'll find out. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I've been playing this for over an hour and I've gotten like nothing done. We got lost in the desert for like an hour. Lame. Yeah, well, I knew it'd be a bit of an uphill battle when I came back to this game because I wouldn't remember anything. Oh, nice block. Blade roll. Blade roll is kind of a weird move because, like, you target a specific enemy, but it still attacks like every grounded enemy in the area. So it's weird. It's a weird attack. I think the idea is that you're choosing which row to attack, but it's very generous as to who's in which row when you do it, so a little strange. Oh, the fairy dodged. So good, fairy. Again, she needs a name. What is this fairy's name? We just call her Fairy. I feel terrible about it. She needs a name. What's her name? I guess I could make up a name for her. I can jump. Wee, wee. That's fun. It's kind of hard to see where like the edges of the rocks are, isn't it? Like, it's almost like if you just look at it, does it look like there's an edge right there? There's a wall right here. A little hard to see. This is a good desert song, isn't it? It's a quality desert song. Alright, so that's not the right way. We get back down into the water. Up. You want to fight me, fish? You want to go fish? Oh, hey. There's a bunch of you. Never mind. Use your power of fist. That was awesome last time. He's like, I'll take you on. Come at me, bro. Whoa. Power up fist. Yeah. That's awesome. That's such a cool move. The lobster man's just like, I'm sorry, he's just like, whoo. So the reason that is only doing damage to certain characters is that I think the three characters that it did not affect are wearing the fish scales item, which is a piece of equipment that just prevents, I guess, Genbu magic from working on you. Yay! Hooray! Alright. So it looked like there was a path through the tunnel, maybe over here? No? That poor Katarina just hanging out in this muddy water. That's gross. I would not enjoy this. There we go. What's over here? I just think that the way that this game is laid out is so unusual, again, for like a game of its time, you know? Like, think about like some of like FF3 or Chrono Trigger. The dungeons were pretty clearly dungeons, you know? There was a path through them. Some of them may be kind of like maze-like, but you still could usually tell when you were making progress. But with this, it's just sort of like I'm just in an area just looking around. You know, I'm just kind of like, what's over here? Is there treasure? Is there monster? I don't know. And I think that's neat. I think that's one of the more interesting things about Romancing SaGa 1 and 3, and I assume also 2, but again, haven't played them 2. Is just how it feels more like what I would think of as like a Western RPG, where, you know, you're just kind of like think about like an Elder Scrolls game where you just kind of like go out into the wild and find things. You know, you find like caves and shrines and so forth. I like that. Because I really haven't played very many Elder Scrolls games, but I've watched people play them and I always thought they looked neat. I don't know why I still haven't played one, but this kind of scratches that itch of like, oh, I'm just like wandering around the wilderness finding cool things. I like that. Like, and I know earlier on I was complaining about that sort of thing with open world games. I think this has a good balance between direction and open world to make it feel like I still sort of know where I'm supposed to be going, you know? Maybe not. Maybe that's not clear, but I like it in this game, and I have some complaints about it in other games. So. And maybe it really just comes down to I like 2D RPGs of this time period, and, I'm biased. I'll admit that. Sav 2, okay. That is how you pronounce that word, right? Sav? It's not salve, is it? I think it's sav. Definitely a strange word, though. A word I don't use very often in my day-to-day life. I don't have to apply many salves. I wonder what the etymology of that word is. I wonder where it's from. I'm gonna guess French based on the way that I'm saying it, salve. But I don't really know. What's over here? Oh. Alright, well, that's not helpful. I guess I gotta go back down to the muddy water. Boo. Katarina's nice pink cape is gonna get all gross and muddy. What a shame. Bleb, bleb, bleb. Oh. Now we have fish men and snake women. Oh. I guess. Okay, so Nixie is the male and Nixer is the female, I guess. All right. Yeah, don't really know what that's a reference to, but all right. Excuse me. I keep yawning. I'm sorry. Elf shot. Ah. Hang on. How are we doing? Ward's been better. Wood. I told you I was going to call him Ward. I don't even mean to. Life water. A healing water. Oh yeah. Double stab. Elf dart. Alright. Feel the wrath of my elven dart. Ha! Yeah, use it on yourself. Alt Pierce. Provoke shot. Still don't know what provoke shot does. It just causes the enemy to lose their composure. If it hits, I guess. I would not want to be walking through muddy water like this. That's one of those things that you just kind of accept in video games, like characters walking through like water and then just, you know, getting back out of the water and I guess drying off, you know? It's like, your clothes are gonna like stink, probably rot over time and smell terrible. I guess that's part of stinking. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to walk through muddy, gross water. That's just me. Gas. It's a Freakazoid reference. Crod the vapors. All right, I'll explain it. So in the cartoon Freakazoid, which is like it was a Warner Brothers like superhero cartoon from like I think the late 90s, maybe early 2000s. They had it was like a comedy superhero show, and the main character Freakazoid, and in one episode he had to go into the sewer, and he kept complaining about how everything down there smelled like poo gas. So poo gas always comes to mind whenever I think of like stinky water. It smells like poo gas down here. And then like in a later episode, Freakazoid's mentor, Roddy McStew, who was a aggressive Scottish man who was also a computer programmer, they both had to go into the sewers for some reason. He's like, what do they call poo gas in Scotland? He's like, crud vapors. So poo gas and crud vapors. Yes. Alright, I'll just keep going through the stinky water. Here we go. Keep on sloshing along, Katrina. Is it Katrina or Katarina? Let's see. It's Katrina. Okay, yeah. I couldn't remember if it was Katrina or Katarina. I should save. Over here. But doggone it. Okay, fine. Go back. They did a really good job capturing how, like, bleak and, like, deserty this dry river is. Like, despite the fact that it's, like, you know, running water, they didn't make it blue. They made it, like, this brownish, murky color. So, like, everything feels very... And the song is, like, very bleak sounding, so they did a good job. Them Squaresofts, they knew what they were doing back then. I don't know if they still know what they're doing, but they knew what they were doing back then. I shouldn't say that. I really don't even know much about what Square Enix is doing nowadays. I know I like Dragon Quest, so that hasn't changed. I'm excited about FF16. I haven't seen much about it. I've kind of intentionally been hiding away from it, but what little I saw early on looked really good. So I'm hoping for the best, hoping it's good. Other than that, I just think of them as like a company that makes phone games. Every time they send me an email, because I'm on the little like Square Enix notification squad, I guess, so I get emails from them every once in a while. They're like, "Oh, this game came out. This game came out." And it's always like, "Oh, that looks cool." Oh, it's a cell phone game. Never mind. like Saga, for example. You know, they got all these like Saga games now that are all phone games. You know, I don't care. I don't want to play a phone game. Can't you put it on like a system? Release a Super Nintendo cartridge for it. Put it on a modern system like the SNES. Come on. Oh. Oh, I know what this is. This place is kind of interesting. There's a, oh. Hey. What? It's an ogre bat. Probably battler. Alright. What's up, dude? You freaking me out? Where's his... Oh, that's his head. Okay, so he's got his mouth open. He's got like a helmet way too tight on his head, I guess. Is supposed to be going on there. Provoke him. Uh-huh. He's like, oh, my composure. Prepare for the elf shot. Ha! I blocked your attack. Gushing wind! Oh, you blocked my attack. That is an unusual thing about this game, is that, like, there are, like, multiple tiers of, like, blocking with a shield. Like, sometimes you'll completely negate attack, and then other times you will, like... It's fairy arrow, dude. Other times you will still take damage from it. It's odd. It's a little strange. See, like, it made the ting noise like he blocked it with his shield, but then he still took damage from it. It's a little strange. Anyway, yes, for a long time, I didn't know that there was a second exit in this area. But if you can exit to the north, is if you exit to the east, you move on to the next major area of the game. But if you exit to the north, you find that hidden king's tomb, that fire trees. What are y'all doing? Very silly looking. It's a torture. It does look like it's torture, honestly, for those poor trees have their heads on fire. Yeah, that kid by the divine king religion's tower, or the divine tower, I guess is the best way to describe it. He said that there's like a king's tomb in the desert that has a lot of treasures, and it's super easy to miss, but it is in fact just a dungeon that you go into just for treasure. It's just got like cool stuff there. There's no plot purpose to it. One of the other really fun things about this game is building like different parties. So a lot of the characters you can get in your party, and then like if you choose to kick them out, they just kind of like go back to wherever they would normally hang out. So for example, Ellen always hangs out in she hangs out in Lance. I think she hangs out in Lance. And so if you remove Ellen from your party anytime, you can always just go back to Lance and get her back in your party. Easy peasy. I will dodge your stare. But then there are other characters that once you kick them out of your party, you can't ever get them back. Like, for example, Nora. Nora is a permanent party member, or she's gone forever. Or you have characters like Black, or Herman, rather, who are like, I'm not going to leave your party until you accomplish such and such thing. And so it's not really an issue if you find a character that you're interested in using. You can just like save your game, kick them out of your party, and then go back to wherever you found them and see if they're back there again. And if they are, you can you can get them back at any time. And like when you kick out a party member, they give you back all their equipment, but they keep any like abilities or spells or any of that they learn. So once you get them back, you just kind of like put them in cold storage, I guess you could say. And it's cool. It's a very convenient feature for allowing you to play with different. Oh, hey, Wolfman! You just kind of like slowly scrolled up from the bottom of the screen. He's like, "There's this goblin guy. Also me. I'm also here. Crypt Elder." I have a move for this. Werebuster. That's a werewolf. I will provoke the werewolf. Ah! Oh, I wanted him to lose his composure. Ow. Oh no. What? How did he instantly kill me? What? No, don't attack the dead person! You're a monster! Crypt Elder. I was like, wow, yes, that is true. I am a monster, you're correct. Please revive her. Please revive her. Life water. Yeah. Provoke him. Curse you! Ah, my composure! What does it mean? I don't know. That's a cool looking werewolf sprite though, isn't it? Look how cool he looks. Sprites in this game are awesome. Gushing wind. Viking. Nope, that was. Use your focus. Werebuster. Provoke shot. Yeah. Okay, so that wasn't like a specific. I didn't know if the counterattack was like guaranteed because I used Werebuster, or if he just happened to get me in a counterattack. But it seems like it was the latter. Oh, my composure! I'm no longer composed. Ah! Ah! My composure! Oh, nice. Whatever it does, I mastered it. Yay! Whatever provoke shot does. I can do it anytime I want now. Let's remove that. I have no idea what it does. Move. Get out of here. What are other people learning? Counter. Okay, I need to get him to learn counter. Great. Nothing new for you. Nothing new for you. Harry. Ugh, I have all these moves that are like dodge moves. Oh, this area is apparently called the Death Desert. All right. I do love, I've mentioned it before, I do love when games give names to all the locations. That's cool. I like that. FF8 did that. And I thought, oh, hey, Cyber. Welcome, welcome. I am attempting to remember how to play this game. So far, that with moderate success. How are you tonight, my friend? What you been up to? Spiral charge. Dang, fairy. Took that dude out. Blade roll. Just got back from an arcade. That's awesome, dude. What'd you do? What did you play there? Did you win prizes? I want to go to an arcade. Maybe I'll try and go to an arcade this weekend. I was trying to think of like something I could do. Like, I have a friend who lives kind of near here. It's about an hour. He lives about an hour away. And I was like, I haven't seen him in a while, and I know I'm gonna leave for Christmas next week, so maybe we can hang out this weekend. And we can go to maybe we can go to the arcade. That might be fun. But what'd you do? Tell me of your arcade exploits. Counter. Oh, I don't have Matador anymore. Ooh. Viral charge. Oh! Says the fairy. Ooh, nice! Good counter. That was awesome. Like, the parry moves are really powerful if they work. They just never work. You know, it's like the circumstances to actually get them to work are kind of difficult to line up. Why is this place called the Death Desert? I mean, it's very intimidating being called the Death Desert and all, but... You have learned nothing with your Yoto Ryuko. Yoto Ryuko, that's hard for me to say. There's an event this month racing opponents from Australia for a special tachometer on the arcade game thing that you I'm sorry, I don't remember what it's called. I just think of it as the Initial D game. That's awesome, dude. That's fun. How long does it go on? Like, is it all month? Is it just like certain parts of the month? And are you winning? Are you beating people in Australia? Also, why specifically Australia? Wangan Midnight Maximum Tune 5 DX Plus. That's quite the name. Good counter. Good job, Austin. Wind Dart. Captain Black. He's really cool looking, Captain Black. I like him. He's all youthful now. He used to be an old man, missing one of his legs, but now he is youthful. I wonder if the implication is... No, I was going to say, I wonder if the implication is that he was trying to get back his youth from Forneus, and he actually had lived out all his years, but no, I think the idea is that he kind of had, like, his vitality sucked away by Forneus. Most of the month. That's cool. So do you have, like, a particular vehicle you always use? I mean, I assume it's a car, but, like, is there a particular car that you always use when you play this game? Like, do you have, like, this is Cyber's car, and Cyber always uses the Cybermobile, or do you use different cars every time, or like, how does it work? How is Wangan Midnight set up? Oh, that's a big flower. I wish I had Big Logs Chop, which is a stupid name for a move, but it is one of my moves. Big Logs Chop. Shadow Bolt. I'll use Shadow Bolt on the Sunflower. I'm sure he will love it. Viking. Counter. split body. Now that I have this camera, you can see me obsessively checking my my chat over and over again. Yeah. Maybe I'll have to rig something up so I can see the chat like here. I know you have a few raced up to various tuning. Raced up. Oh, like you've tuned them for different races. So like you're like, oh, I got to use Cybermobile A for this race and Cybermobile B for this race. That kind of thing. Oh, why is it fiery? I don't want to be fiery. That's a problem. Fire in the desert. Time for water. And are the cars based on like real life cars, or are they like Wangan cars? Like are they actual cars, or are they artificial cars? I feel like I honestly haven't played very many realistic racing games. Like, probably the most realistic racing game I ever really played was Need for Speed 2, I think. It was for the PlayStation. And that was mostly just because my friend up the street had it. Other than that, I probably wouldn't have played. Because I like kart racers, you know? Well, okay, let me amend that. I like Mario Kart. I almost play no other kart racers, so I like Mario Kart. But the stupid flower's still alive. Star Fixer. Don't use Star Fixer on me. Actually, probably the thing that I remember most clearly about Need for Speed, whichever one it was I played, is the they were like my back in the day. I had no qualms about using Game Shark. Well, as you complete story missions, you can add points in either handling or horsepower. Okay. I still can't believe that this is an arcade game that you have like a memory card for. It makes so much sense, but it's just not something I ever would have thought would be a thing in the world, you know? What was I saying? Yeah, but back in the day, I had no qualms about using cheat devices for video games. And so my buddy and I would look up codes and just kind of stick them in there. The only car I have at full tune is an early 80s Datsun 300Z. All right. Don't know what it is. Here we go. Hang on a sec. Let's look at the Datsun 300Z. Images. Datsun 300Z. Oh, I know this car. Oh, that's a sharp looking. It has the little fold up eyeballs in the front, right? Does it have the fold up eyeballs? You also have a Hiace van, Toyota MR2. Okay, so let's see. I don't even know the company Hiace van. Oh. Well, that doesn't look very aerodynamic. And a Toyota MR2. Mr. 2. Ooh, that's a sharp looking car. That's some pretty cars, dude. Very nice. Ooh. Why do you have that van, though? Like, are there races that really require you to use, like, I was under the mindset that this was probably like a street racing kind of game, but is there like a reason why you use a van? Feels like that. I can't imagine a van with like hydraulics and stuff. I don't want to go that way. I want to go. Did I go east? Is that how I did? Did I go over here? I know there's another way you can go. I'm gonna figure out where it is. Oh, because it's funny. That's a good reason. Oh yeah, so I didn't finish that thought. Yeah, we would look up codes, and in whatever Need for Speed game that was, there was a code for a like a parade float that was like a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex, and also an outhouse. And so I loved the fact that you could drive around as an outhouse. It's very silly. How do you get there? Bugger me, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's obvious. You just, or it's just a matter of leaving the screen in a different direction, but now I can't figure out where I'm supposed to leave the screen from. Well, that's cool, dude. I'm glad to hear that you're still, you know, doing well in the Wangan circuit. I think it's awesome that you play, like, I guess, competitive arcade games. It still sounds so weird, but yeah, I mean, that's basically what you're doing. It's really cool. This game is an arcade racer, but arcade racer, not a simulation, but it's grounded in reality. Oh, like Ridge Racer with RPG elements. Okay, that's fair. All right, well, I guess we'll just leave. I could try and come back. Unless this isn't the only screen, but I think it is. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I'm here now. With blue-haired woman. Hello, blue-haired woman. There it is. This is how I get out of here. Go north. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Look how cool this place is. Ah, it's awesome. Crystal Ruins. All right, so now that I've found the Crystal Ruins, I think that they will show up on the world map. So I'm going to exit the normal way, and then we'll come back to the Crystal Ruins. I'm not going to fight these weird blue-haired women. Goodbye, blue-haired women. You can just float around with your no legs. It's fine. I'll just walk over here. Yeah! Oh, I found the prairie. Yeah. So you might notice the music is playing the standard town music. That's because there is a nomadic village somewhere around here. I just gotta figure out where they are. Is it over here? No. They're somewhere. South, maybe? No. Maybe north? Where are the nomads? Must find the nomads! Nomads! Oh, you really wanted to play this game, but you couldn't get the English patch? I'm sorry, dude. This game is amazing. I might be able to... Let's see, where did I mean, this is a reproduction card, so that makes it kind of easier. Did you go through, like, romhacker.net? Usually that's an easy way to get solid patches. That, like, whenever I need to patch a game, that's where I always go. But you could always get this. I mean, this is available on modern systems. Oh, look. I mean, okay, let me amend that. I was complaining about it earlier, but it is still available to play on modern systems. Hello. Hi. You strange-looking people want to rest? Yeah, sure. Thank you. We're strange-looking. One of us is a lobster. Another one of us is a fan. Like, only Katarina and Nora get the beds. Nobody else sleeps on the floor. Hello, sir. The Zelnum is a mysterious tribe north of the prairie. They attacked us many times without cause. Okay, the Zelnum people. Hello, little person. Hello.
You look funny.
Thank you. I love your hair. Oh, who are you? You look important. You are... Teacher. What? Oh, she was saying teacher. Okay. Hello. Yeah? Yeah? What's up?
Indeed, you are from the West. The first survivors I have seen so far. I can see from your language.
What? You see my language? What are you talking about?
Why did you come here? We were washed down the dry river and couldn't return. Then we arrived here. Sounds like a total idiot. But at least you have arrived safely. To the east is a city called Chuen. Chuen? Is that how you say that? Chuen? where you can get out. But if you go there, you will get caught immediately, as you look so suspicious. I can talk to General Yan Fan if you do me a favor. He is also my student. What should I do? What? I just want to check out something west of here. I have to use some special magic here. Don't worry, you will be fine. What? Please do your best in this investigation. While you're at it, please go to the place where the Neft tribe is. For details, talk to that girl who had almost crossed the desert. She will be helpful. Lin Lin, you go together. Please stop calling me Lin Lin. I'm not a child anymore.
Alright. Wait, did you take Boston? She did take Boston on my party. This is Hmong Village. Apparently I'm in China now. Hello, Lin Lin.
I am Julin of the Hmong tribe. This is my teacher, Bai Mei Ling. Please talk to the Neft tribe with the help of teacher's magic. With this helmet, we can talk to the Neft tribe. They live in the south of the prairie. Let's go.
I don't know her accent is. Just kind of became a mess, but whatever. So I guess I now have Lin Lin. Also known as Jilin. That's cool. I'm gonna save that. I kind of want to go to the Crystal Ruins, but I think I'm pretty much stuck on this quest for the time being. Hello.
The Neft tribes south of the prairie look like insects. We can't communicate, and there are debates on whether we can coexist.
So did I actually get like a thing? Did you give me a thing? Wonder Bangle. Psycho Helmet? Is that what I got? Did you give me a Psycho Helmet? White Tiger! Tiger! I want you to put on... Oh, you can't wear it. No. Oh, because he's wearing armor. Right. Armor is kind of weird in this game. It's like, this is supposed to be like full armor, so you can't wear like other things with it. You can only wear the armor or like pendants. It's actually the same thing in Legend of Mana now that I think about it. Which was made by the same guy. So, there you go. Put on this Psycho Helmet. Yeah! Jilin, what can you do? She has a Catalpa bow. Now I'm gonna give her a salve, another salve. Hard. Do I not really know anything better than that? Your equipment's kind of crappy, Jilin, if I can say so. She's like, well, you shouldn't. Do you have magic? No, you don't. You don't have magic. A lot of techniques. What are your techniques? Beast Chaser. That's it, lady? Come on. We got better stuff for you. We got better stuff for you. Random arrow. Every archer needs random arrow. And focus. Who did I find out doesn't have focus? You have... Who doesn't have focus? Focus, 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 focus. You don't have focus. You need focus. Everybody needs focus. It's very important. You're pretty. Hello, madam. Hello.
This is Hmong Village, people of the prairie.
You sure look cool. That's the nicest thing someone said to me. The freaking Wei Ling was like, you're an idiot. And then like that little child was like, you look funny. Everybody else was like, you look stupid. And this one was like, you're hot. Ooh, you sell a Catalpa bow? What if that's better or worse than my Brigandine? Oh, it's like a Brigandine. Okay, I got it. I wonder if it's better or worse than my fairy bow. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna check. Fairy bow. Fairy bow 30 versus 26. Okay, no, it's not better. Go to Ryoko. I want this to be good, but it's not good. He hasn't learned any moves for it yet. 2010. Okay. 13-6 is pretty bad. Armor is kind of weird in this game. It's like strange how you deal with the armor in this game. 22-9 isn't bad. I'll buy one just to have it, I guess. Is this better for anybody? Let's see. 30-10. Also wearing armor. 25-15. I love that my fairy is equipped with a spear and is wearing the white tiger. She's like, she's the most badass of all fairies. She's like, Okay, that's a solid improvement for you. All right, you can wear that. I would encourage you to give it another try, Cyber. This game is definitely worth the effort. It's an amazing game. So cool. So glad to be back on it, even though we did spend most of the stream lost in the desert. What an amazing stream! Such an amazing return to Romancing SaGa 3. I got lost in the desert for like an hour. Yes! Everyone's favorite. Alright, so now we gotta go to the south to talk with the bug people. Now I want to say that you can actually fail this, but I don't remember for sure. Like, I think that basically negotiations can break down and you can get into like a fight with them. I don't remember for sure. I think that's the case. Let's see, hang on. Yeah, we're back in free fight. I knew it. Alright, so I'm actually not gonna use Jerlyn because the first time, or like the last time I played this game, I made you, since you have to get her in your party, I made Jerlyn one of my final party members, and so I don't want to use her this time. So she's just gonna hang out in the back for now. What does Genbu do? What does Genbu do? Whole party defense up. That sounds pretty good. Nope, hang on, formation. Get the fairy in the back. Genbu. So in my mind, having the fairy in the back would make the fairy the most well defended, but in practice it seems like that's not always the case, which is a little strange. Ooh, I can use my frog vulnerability skills. Yeah, get that frog. Yes, they're frog elemental. I can use that against them. Oh, so important. It's a sky wolf. Sky wolf. Look at him fly. See? She immediately got attacked, even though she's like way in the back. I don't know. Seems like it should work differently than that. Yeah, see, he's frog elemental, which means a snake elemental attack instantly kills him. Yes. It will never stop being funny to me that frog is like an element in this game. You'd have cared. Oh, I forgot Genbu also increases your HP every round. Genbu's a good formation. Glad I got that one. Apparently getting wrecked by Tyrannosaurs looking for the dragon near the belt. Are you in the dinosaur forest, or? Yep, I get that. Are you in the dinosaur forest, or like are you training, or are you actually on the veldt looking for like a particular rage? Also, glad to hear you're still playing it. Game's awesome. Oh, Carp, we lost our healer. Oh no, that's a problem. I need Boston. We need Boston back. Arg. If you are in fact training in Dinosaur Forest, two things I'll say about that. First of all, it is an excellent place to train. My recommendation for... I found an Amen tomb. That's cool. For that place is get very used to exploiting Vanish and Doom. It's like, especially before you like kind of get stronger, you're just like Vanish Doom. It's a good way to say it. Noon Cave said there was a dragon in a forest north of the veldt. Yes, actually. So I'll explain that. That is a removed element from the game. There was originally going to be a special fight in the dinosaur forest. So like, since you found the Tyrannosaurs, I'm sure you know about it. There's like a little forest that's kind of shaped like a dinosaur's head. And originally you were going to fight the Tsar dragon there. But they didn't actually put it into the final game. And but they kept in the guy who talks about it. So you have my sympathies. I was exactly the same way. That's actually how I started learning about Dinosaur Forest, is that because I was looking for the Tsar dragon. So yeah, he's not actually there. If you're playing the original SNES one, I don't know which version you're playing. But yeah, it was supposed to be the Tsar Dragon there. And that's one of those things that a lot of modders have put back into the game, is the Tsar Dragon. That said, though, that is one of the best places to just level up in the game. Just that, because those are some of the hardest enemies you will find on the world map. And once you kind of get used to fighting them, they become a lot more. Oh, hi, hello. Oh no, we're fighting. What? I just thought he was a handsome man. I didn't know I was gonna have to fight him. I thought I was like, oh, hello, sir. Mr. Hangs out in a cave. What are you doing here? I guess just fight him, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, those Tyrannosaurs are an excellent source of experience points. And there's another monster in there called the not the Brontaur. I think it's the Brachiosaur. It looks like it's like a long neck dinosaur. The Brachiosaurs are actually more dangerous than the Tyrannosauruses, but they have a chance to drop the Economizer, which is an incredibly useful relic that reduces any and all spell requirements to 1 MP. Or is it 0? It may actually be 0. Whatever it is, though, it dramatically reduces the amount of MP for every spell across the board. It's incredibly useful accessory. So I would almost suggest, hanging out there until you can at least get 1 or 2 economizers. Do you know about the Cactrot Desert? That's another one that's... They're 2 really good leveling up areas in the second area, or the second world in FF3. So if you know about them, I'll stop talking about it, but I'm excited to hear you talking about FF3 because I love that game. I'm like, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about FF3. I love that game. It's good. Yeah, the Tsar Dragon thing is a little bit of a disappointment because it's like, but the guy still says it. The guy still talks about it in that cave. You vaguely remember farming cactus as a kid. Yeah. So I think it's southwest of Miranda, I believe. There is a desert. And in the desert, the only things that show up are what's this monster called? Zelnams. The only things that show up there are is it a Zone Eater? Is that the Zone Eater? I think it's the Zone Eater. Like a giant landworm and Cactrots. And the Cactrots are what you're going for because they give you 10 ABP every... Or not ABP, what is it? Magic points. 10 magic points every time you fight one. And the whatever the landworm is, it gives you 5. So it's an incredibly useful place to level up spells. Also, if you're having trouble with the Cactrots, the easy solution to that is either Dispatch, which I think is a 100% hit rate, or just equip a sniper sight, because they've only got like 5 HP, and you'll have no problems. So those are the 2 really good leveling places that I know of in FF3 in the second world, is the dinosaur force and that one particular desert. There you go. Little tip, little hint. I love that I have a move called Big Logs Chop.
Are you ready for Big Logs Chop? Whoa!
Death Corroda. I really don't remember those guys at all, though. Like these, like elven dudes with their sharks. I mean, I don't think these are the Neft tribe, so I don't know who they're supposed to be. I'll probably call it here pretty soon. Well, I gotta call it. It's getting late for me. I feel bad that most of this stream was just me lost in the desert, but we did eventually get somewhere, and again, I sort of knew it was going to be an uphill battle trying to figure out what I was doing in this game again. But next time, we'll have a very clear objective. We will come here, we will figure out what's going on with the Neft tribe and the Sky Wolves, the mysterious Sky Wolves that you find inside of caves. Cave Sky Wolf. Side note, since I'm giving you tips on FF3, by all means, tell me to shut up if you don't want me to give you words. Did you get the Cursed Shield? Because if so, like, what I would, like, whenever I play FF3, I always, uncurse the Cursed Shield while also training in the Dinosaur Forest. So it's a great way to just kind of, like, get the curse off of it. The Paladin Shield's real good. So you can get the Paladin Shield. That's awesome. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll be happy to tell you. Da, 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 da. Power save! Skull crush. You think you missed the Cursed Shield? I don't think you can permanently miss it. It's the one that you get in Narsha. So, once you get Locke back in your party... Okay, yeah. Once you get Locke back in your party, you can go to Narsha, which in the Dark World is abandoned. And if you put him at the front of your party, he will actually unlock the doors in the town. And inside of one of them, I think it's the old weapon shop. There's a dude who's like in bed. Or no, it's not the weapon. It's I think north of the weapon shop, because yeah, in the weapon shop, that's where you get the sword. Ragnarok. That's where you get Ragnarok. And then inside of the shop, or inside of the building to the northwest, there's a guy in like his bed, and he's like,
ever since I got this shield, my life has gone terribly. Please remove this burden from me.
and he gives you a shield. And the Cursed Shield is it will give whoever bears it every status effect in the game every fight. If you equip that person with a ribbon, though, most of those status ailments will be removed. And if you have someone equipped with the paladin, or with the Cursed Shield for 255 battles, the game will say like the curse has been dispelled, and you will be left with the Paladin Shield, which is the best shield in the game. So it's definitely worth it if you think you're going to be fighting 255 battles anytime soon. And you have a ribbon. Because it's not worth it if you don't have a ribbon. Make sure you've got a ribbon. But, yeah. It's a great thing. And then as for the Ragnarok, if you're not familiar, in the item shop, or in the weapon shop, there's a guy, he's like, I found this gem. If I turn it into a sword, it could be an incredibly powerful weapon. Or I can give it to you as it is. Well, that gem happens to be Magicite. And in one of the things that's kind of frustrating about FF3, you can't have both the sword and the Magicite. You have to choose. The Magicite will teach you Ultima at a rate of, I think, 1% per fight. And it has a like special ability when you summon it that it can just like transform enemies into items at kind of a low rate. It doesn't work all the time, but it can be very useful if you know which monsters to go after. Like, there's a monster that you can use it on that will transform into an experience egg, for example. So if you wanted more experience eggs to level up your characters faster, Ragnarok's the way to go. As for the sword, it's just an incredibly powerful sword, and you could make it even more powerful by betting it in the Colosseum. So if you go to the Colosseum with the Ragnarok sword, bet it, you'll get back the Illumina sword, assuming you win the fight, and which is an incredibly powerful sword. So, all that to say, that's what you should do in Narsha. Get the Cursed Shield, and decide which version of Ragnarok you want. And now I'll stop talking about FF3 because I don't want to drive people away. Hey dude, are you friendly? You're just standing here. Nope. I thought maybe you were friendly because you were just hanging out, but no. Is there another way to learn Ultima? Yes, there are two other ways. So, the Paladin Shield also teaches Ultima. If you didn't know, because I didn't know for a long time, certain pieces of equipment actually teach you spells. So I think, like, for example, the Fire Shield will teach you Fire 2. The Paladin Shield will teach you Ultima. Also, if you get the Crusader Magicite, which you get when you beat all 8 dragons, that will also teach you Ultima. And boy, what I was just saying felt so video gamey it hurts. You can get the Crusader spell when you defeat all 8 dragons. It's very, very, very nerdy video game to anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. But I am playing a video game right now, so there you go. But yeah, so you can learn Ultima that way. I think, from what I've heard, a lot of people take the sword, because there's no other way to get the sword. There are other ways you can learn Ultima, but there's no other substitute for the enemy transforming spell, and you'll always have an annoying hole in your Esper list, and it drives me crazy. It's like, no, I don't want that hole in my Esper list. No! Unacceptable. But yes, to answer your original question, there are other ways to learn Ultima. Paladin Shield and the Crusader. Oh, another thing. Did you get the Odin Magicite? Because that is also something that's worth it to know in terms of trying to get, like, everything. The Odin Magicite, which you can find in the... Are you the Neft tribe? Can I talk to you? Hi. Neek. Hey, Neek. How do I... Spell? You know a spell? She said to use a spell on them. What? Nick, befriend. Hi. Befriend? I want to help them. Did I do this wrong? Help. Hello, bug person. Befriend. You have not gotten Odin. Okay, do you know about the underground palace? Look at these friends. Nick. Freaking buff elven dude. And his dog. If you don't know about the underground palace, that's one of the coolest places in the game, I think. I love it. Okay. So the way you get there, go find Figaro Castle, and then go down to the basement of Figaro Castle and tell the guy you want to like travel. And along the way, he'll like stop you and be like, something strange about this area. And you can like say like, let's stop to investigate. And then if you go down to the prison, there's an exit out the back of the prison that will bring you to the underground palace. And it's cool. It's a neat place. But while in there, you will find the Odin Magicite. However, what you need to know is that the Odin Magicite will transform when you get it. Or it can be transformed by something that you can do in the Underground Palace. But what's annoying is that the Odin Magicite is the only Magicite in the game that grants you a speed bonus at level up. I think it's the only one. It's also one of the only ways to learn the spell quick. So you want to make sure you know. Is it Meteor? Either Quick or Meteor. I think it's Quick. I think Odin has Quick and Raiden has Meteor. Anyway, the short of it is, if you get Odin, go let some people learn Quick before you finish the events in the Underground Palace, because otherwise you will miss out on that spell. Did I explain that well at all? I feel like I made a hash of that. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I actually played that part of the game, but I do love FF3, and I'm trying to give you as many hints as I can. But yeah, there's an event in the Underground Palace after you get Odin. Wait, he didn't instantly die. He's a frog. He's frog elemental. Why didn't he die in one go? You get the idea. Okay, good. I mean, if nothing else, go explore the Underground Palace because it's cool. Also get those things from Narsha. That's my homework for you after the stream. Go do those things because they will help you out immensely. But yeah, there is an event that happens in the Underground Palace that will transform Odin into Raiden. And as you might expect, you lose the Odin Magicite when it transforms. And the new one, I think it gives you a Strength +2 bonus, or it may actually be a Strength +3 bonus. But it teaches you a different spell that is not unique, I guess is the best way to put it. I am still glad that you're playing it though. It's a great game. Look at this dude just hanging out. What are you doing here, buff bro? Nothing, I guess. So are these guys like invading? Am I like helping the bug people maybe? I hope so. I want to help the bug people. Crack. Crack. I did say I was going to stop playing, but I'm still playing. Oh, there's that. Just too curious about the bug people. Ah. Oh, I only got one. Boo. I didn't even do anything to him. Blah. Momentum. Falchion. Hollow Sword. Viking. What did that do to us? Okay, well the monsters aren't here anymore. Did I save the bug people? Monsters are gone, that's good. Bug people! I've saved you! Bug people? Bug people. Nick. 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 No? Did I save the bug people? I can't tell. I want to save the bug people. Did I do it? Nick. Another one. Nick. Oh, you look important. Are you the bug elder? Me, bud. This is killing me. Hang on. Okay. So, cool. Well, thank you, sir. We have now made peace with the bug people. Hooray! If you go to a round 1 and feel like it, you should challenge me to... How would I contact you? I would try. I'd love to do that, but I have no idea how I would contact you. I mean, you'd wipe the floor with me. I can't race, but I'd love to try. All right, well, I didn't actually mean to finish this dungeon, but I guess I did. So let's go back and talk to, what was her name? Bai Wei Ling, I think. I'm gonna start drawing these characters again. I'm so glad I'm playing this game again. I hope y'all enjoy it, honestly. I really enjoy Romancing SaGa 3. Choose Ghost Battle Mode, search for opponent, and you're just listed as Cybernator. Oh, right, I'd be racing against your ghost, not you actively. Got it. Do I need a memory card first? Hi. Jiling, don't you have your own house here? Why don't you just go back to your house? She's like, no, I'd rather lean awkwardly against this wall. Teacher, I did the thing. Hey, I did it.
Looks like you got in touch with the Neft tribe, so this investigation is about to end.
Boston's back.
Go to General Yan of Xuan City. You can find east of here. I will continue to investigate the Zeldam tribe.
All right. Well, I guess mission accomplished. Hooray. All right, so now we can go to China. Here we go. Welcome to China. Suspicious people, arrest them all. I know a person, though. I know Yan. Mr. Yan?
You're the suspicious people in the report. I'm in charge of this city for the Emperor. My name's Yan. I have a few questions for you. You'll better answer honestly.
Yeah, all right.
What you said is hard to believe. Bring them to jail for now.
All right. I don't want to be in jail, though. This is a nice jail. This is jail? Ooh, this is a nice jail. Please let me out of nice jail. I like it, but is this how China takes takes care of their prisoners? This is nice. Can I leave? Oh, here she is.
Why are you in such a place? Come, let's go.
All right, thank you.
We have to stop the Zeldams from where they come. Indeed, the evil of Abyss is covering the nation. Let's go north of the prairie and strike their base.
Teacher, please, you can't do such a thing. I have just sent a report to the Emperor in Huang City. We must wait for his order.
What do you want from them? All these decisions made by Tao Gao just don't make sense. All the people in Huang City are fools. Even you don't understand. The power of the Abyss is getting close.
Teacher, please don't be so mean. Abyss is the old enemy of the East. To conquer the Devil Lords, we've been storing our power. To fight the Abyss, I don't have any hesitation. However, to trust these people who say they came from the West is another thing.
You should know that when people from the West arrive, something will happen.
Yeah?
I see. Okay, I'll trust Teacher on this.
Yay! I did the thing. All right. So now we're in China. Welcome to Fantasy China. That's gonna be it for this episode. Oh, wait, what'd you say? Yeah, I know, right? Let's all travel to Chinese prison. Deals is a low-level SUV. Rambo is my full-power 300Z. Okay, I'll probably try Deals then. Don't need a card. Okay, well, if I go, I will try to race you, and will it tell you that someone failed against you, or will I have to let you know after the fact? Either way, I'll give it a try. And let you know how bad I am. But yeah. All right. Well, as always, that's it for this episode. Cyber, thank you for showing up. Thank you for anyone else who watches on the VOD or showed up briefly or whatever. I am MoeChicken. This is Romancing SaGa 3. And thanks for stopping by. You should get a stamp. All right. Well, you'll know when I lose to you. See y'all.